Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you how I store baby's clothes. Now this is something that's changed obviously as he's grown, his clothes become bigger, and I've had to think of new ways to do this. There's been some mistakes that I've made, some things that have been easy to adapt to, but I try to keep things as simple and basic as possible. So I'll show you how it worked for our family. We have a very small room. I think Dayton's room is like 10 by 12 or something, like, well, maybe not, but it's pretty small. It has 2 windows and 1 little closet that's like actually kind of like a half closet. He put in a organizer and even the small organizer didn't fit, so he had to modify it. Thankfully I have a handy husband and he was able to make it work. Charlie and Kitty, what are you doing? They do not get to come in here very often, so they're probably very excited. Oh. Well, she was excited. So Dayton's nursery is a room that I really wanted to keep neutral, and because we didn't know if we were having a little boy or a little girl, I bought things after he was around. My newest purchase is this Sage Mountain diffuser, and it's kind of awkwardly placed here. This is his vitamins that we give him, and I haven't figured out a better system for this yet. We used to give him vitamin D when he was a newborn, and it's now part of our sleep schedule, so I should find a new home for that, but I keep it out where it's easy. Hello, baby. This dresser is something that I bought secondhand on Craigslist, mainly because this door doesn't close all the way. Well, it's one of the things we were supposed to do before baby arrived, and we didn't. It just needs to be sanded down. But I bought it on Craigslist for like 60 bucks and painted it white. It was cream. Came with the mirror and everything, so I think that's a really good find. I really wanted to have a mirror on this wall because this is the shorter of the 2 walls. Zach made these shelves for us. This is the longer of the 2 walls here. But yeah, I really wanted to have a mirror on this wall. I thought having a shelf above baby was kind of dangerous because he could grab it or as he grew, or I'm not sure how it would be like putting him up and down. And it's true, he stands up all the time and is holding on to us, and so having something above, like a lot of people on Instagram have, looks really cute, but I don't think it's very practical, and I'm really glad to have the mirror to bounce the light and make the room seem bigger. I bought this laundry hamper from HomeSense and I love it. I had a circular one that was really cute, but I wanted to have one that I could take out the lining and wash it if I needed to, and that fit in this narrow space between our entranceway, hello baby, and the dresser. And then this is a little mesh organizer that I got that I put his socks in, and I used to put my nursing pads in when I was nursing him, and it's great because I can zip it up and know that all the pairs are still in there and I don't have to go hunting in the wash to find anything. Excuse me. I saw the idea for these shelves on Pinterest. This plant I keep trying to revive, I don't know why. We took wood, cut them down, painted them, sanded them, and then drilled holes in them and made it kind of nautical, which I thought was really cute. So these are hooks that I painted white, and then Zach drilled in this nice wood, sorry, this nice yarn that, or string or rope? Yep, rope I guess. Love it. Got a little bookshelf over here for the books that I don't want him to grab that are more delicate. My prized project, I made him this mobile. This rope here matches the rope that's on the shelves, and it's tied together with the ribbon, and we spin it around and he loves it. And then here's our crib, which again I bought and painted. It's been a really good find. So this is his dresser. Wow. This is his closet. Clearly it's quite small, like tiny, but I'm glad to have a closet rather than nothing. So I'll show you what's inside, and I have not prepared this to make it look beautiful for you guys at all. I'm just trying to be realistic about how my closet looks. So this is how it works. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubbies on the side. They are great because they're tall, but I feel like they're a little too tall. This is from the developer. It's one solid shelf all the way across. We decided to keep the shelf. Zach was thinking about getting rid of it, but for me, because baby's things are so short, I like this. Currently, we have 1 shelf, and then we added 1 rail. Organizer that we got came with a long rail, and Zach had to cut this down. So we did actually have an extra rail, and I was like, should I put it in between? But clearly So-and-Fo's items are quite longer, and therefore having a 3rd rail would have been redundant. So I'll tell you what's on each shelf and how I organize everything in the closet, and then we'll do the dresser. So it's not super pretty because it is real life. This top shelf is the tallest shelf, and it always had things that were the largest for him to grow into. When he was first born, I put all of his clothes in here. I just adapted as we had larger sizes, so anything that was too big went up here, folded, ready to go, had a pile for top, pile for bottoms. Right now all that's up here is 24 months. Above this shelf I kept my breast pump box with all of the instructions and things, just in case I forgot if I needed to use it again when we have another baby. This is the 2nd shelf. Currently it's got a bunch of photos and things I need to go through and scan. This project is something that I am working through very slowly. When I was pregnant I scanned tons of stuff, mainly documents. I didn't get to go through as many photos, but basically these are all the photos that are left in our house. It's just this one little box, and then I have baby books of mine and Zach's downstairs. Once this box is scanned, we're done, which is great because then I can get rid of everything and make sure that the photos that I love are displayed in the home. Because of how convenient the space is, there's a box of things here that don't really apply to Dayton. Underneath here, I currently have his crib bumper and his hats for out of season. So he's got this really cute LNP apparel hat, a little toque, a little pair of mittens, and then a cute little hat from Cuba when my in-laws went there. I have a toque downstairs that will go here as well, and I layer my toques in thickness. One shelf underneath. This actually has one of those IKEA scub boxes. So how this is organized is, this one is the only one that hasn't really changed. It's been his accessories. So this is my Beluga baby wrap, which I use like crazy, so I wanted to make sure it was easy and ready to go. I haven't used it anymore. He didn't love it. He wasn't a big fan of it. He didn't like facing me, and he wanted to see and look around. These are shoes he's gonna grow into. This is the only shoes that we currently have for him. They're a little bit too big, but I got them from a thrift store. They're cute little Levi's. Seriously, look at these shoes. Such good shape. Behind that I have a little bag that has his headphones that we ordered for when we go to church, or if we go to concerts, or not concerts. We went to a dirt biking thing with him, things like that. So these are in here. And then these Converse shoes, which he doesn't love wearing. They're also really hard to get on because they're high tops. But those live here. And then underneath I have the boxes for them. And in here I have his box of mini mocks from the old mini mocks that he had. Oh, so cute. One shelf down, what I have is a little fan for him for in the summertime. Perfect. It doesn't blow a ton of air, which I like, so he doesn't get a draft. I also have hats from out of season. I don't know why I didn't put these away. I guess hats are harder to box up. I boxed away all of his other clothes according to size, but I don't know why I kept these out. But those rest down there. Those are kind of like out of season items. And then I have his play mat. Again, I didn't put this away. His extra saucer is downstairs in the garage, and the top of the extra saucer attaches to this play mat. He loved it. Easy to wash, easy to use. That just sits down here, and I haven't really thought about moving it around because it's so easily stored away. Bottom shelf is just his baby book, so it's just literally sitting on the floor there. I was writing in it a lot, and then so I just decided to keep it here where every time I open the door I look at it. These are extra wipes, Pampers sensitive, but the Pampers Pure line's out now, so I'm probably gonna try that next time. And then above here are some books from my cousin. Do you guys remember these? The Mr. books, Mr. Silly, Mr. Bump, Mr. Messy, and they are quite long and quite thin, so I don't want to put them up on the shelf because they're gonna break. So I'm not quite sure where to put them, so they just sit up here for now, out of reach. And then this bag, these are all things that I was given that either didn't apply to Dayton or were for our baby girl. So I kept them in case we decide that we're gonna have another baby to have another girl. There's like a few cute things in there that I know should go to a great home, and rather than me donating them, I'm like, they're worth re-gifting to someone. Yeah, that's all that's in there. So how his clothes are organized. I always would hang his shirts here from thinnest to thickest. For example, this little tank top to the long sleeve. Why he has a tank top out right now, I don't really know. It's March. Well, it's 18 months, that's why, in his sizing right now. When he was a new baby, all I had was just onesies up here basically, and then towards the end if there would be long sleeve onesies. And then down here are things that he's growing into, but because he's at the age where I don't have very much stockpiled, the only things that are stockpiled are up here on the shelf. The things that are down here are his jackets. Also, it's winter, so they're quite a lot bulkier and don't fit up here. This jacket's in the wrong spot. It's okay, my mom was over yesterday and she doesn't know my system. I have this adorable little denim jacket that he has. I have a little pullover for him for when he's 24 months. I moved this up. This is one of my favorite things ever. It says 18 to 24, I believe. So I moved it up early. This is his really funny, really cute Disney snowsuit that we got for Christmas. It's quite big to pack away into one of the boxes. So I think I have it hanging until I know winter's done, and we did get snow yesterday. In case it snows, I do have this out, and it's quite big and bulky. Just have a box down here, and anything that he doesn't fit, I wash it and I put it in the box. Once the box is full, I label the box and I put it in the other closet, and then the boxes are organized by size. So that is how the closet is organized currently. When Dayton was younger, it would be all onesies, basically long sleeve, and then everything that was too big. I also do have hangers that I bought him. And those all go down at the bottom on the left, kind of out of the way, so I can grab them. I do still have some hangers from stores. I don't know why, they're really ugly. I should get rid of them because they don't spark me any joy. So he's got 6 drawers and 1 open cabinet. I decided that I wanted to have clothes on one and practical things on the other. On the right hand side has always been clothes that change as he grows. On the left hand side has been things that are practical, and in here has always been blankets. I've not changed it, and I find that it works super, super well. One thing that I did buy immediately, like as soon as I found out that they existed, were those scub boxes from IKEA. I bought 2 sets of them, and 2 was too many. 2 sets of like the full packages. There were 2 extra ones I didn't need, and those were like the big full size ones. So if you can find a purpose for that, great. This has always been the same. Socks. Oh, I guess this one used to be too. And pajamas. Now that he's so big, I fold them. These are 2 sets. So I do fold them. I don't organize them any really fancy special way like I probably should. But because we go through them so frequently and because we get so much use out of them, I just rotate them all the time. These are his pants currently. How I've organized them is I've done jeans, and then change to sweats, and these ones on the right hand side are larger. This is the only pair of sweats that fit, and these are the larger ones. So this drawer is kind of a mess. Dayton is a pretty lean guy, so I kept all of his shorts. These were all 9-month shorts, and I kept them because I'm like, maybe they'll fit you for the summer. These are all his shorts that I bought last year. There's some that are probably gonna be too small, but some that might fit him. So rather than me getting rid of these cute little striped ones, like, are you for real? I decided to keep them. These are all his bibs and his swim diaper. My aunt made a ton of bibs for him. Some of them have little teething things on the end, like this cute little glitter and spice one. These are his swimsuits at the back here. And then these are all my car seat covers, and I was using them and kept them up in the coat closet for the longest time. This is inside the drawer, or the cabinet in the middle. I have it organized in use of frequency, I suppose. So these are all the swaddles that I roll. These I fold. They're thicker cotton Gerber, like almost burp cloths, and I don't love them. I didn't get a lot of use out of them, whereas these are all really comfortable muslin swaddles. Charlie. But I do actually use these to line my changing pad, so I just pull them out, put them on top of the changing pad, and then if I need to wash them, I toss them in the wash. These are all his blankets. They're organized. These are the thick ones. These are the thinner ones, and these ones are knit, so they're a little bit hard to fold because they're all handmade, but I'm so fortunate that someone made those things for us. And then underneath is his thickest quilted blanket someone made him, or like knitted blanket. And these are spare wipes, and this is a spare Pampers wipes thing. If I ever need to buy more Pampers wipes, I can use that container now. I don't have to buy another one. This open space would ever be if I had a package of diapers. I'd throw the second package here and put the first one away. All right, on to the other side. This has not changed. These are his diapers. So I used to have 2 different kinds, package of wipes. Underneath that, he has his new wipes for next time. And these are the creams that we use every day. I use this Live Clean Baby Vaseline on him. I have a Live Clean Baby body lotion that I use. Rarely use this, but I have this diaper cream. And if I put it away, I won't remember to get it out and use it when it gets sunny, and I know how delicate baby skin is. These are size 4, so they're quite large, so I have to lie them down flat. However, when he was newborn, I stack them up this way where they look nicer and they're prettier and easier to grab. So I'm someone that's organized, but not overly the top organized. These are his face cloths, organized by color. These are things that kind of are miscellaneous, so I have his refill for his diffuser and the scent that I use, which is Aroma Fairy from Sage for him. This is the child proofing things. This is all things for Dayton, so it's got both of his hairbrushes in it, toothpaste and toothbrush are in there. I think that I'm going to put this in the bathroom, but I don't know for sure yet, so for now it stays in here. It's got his little nose aspirator. Anything else that's sample size stays in here. Extra breast milk bags that I needed, and like my lanolin cream. Last, this is something that I keep for practicality. These are spare sheet covers. Never use the yellow, but this is a spare sheet cover, and this is actually 2 white bassinet covers. We use these in the backpack sometimes. Came with the diaper bag that I had, but I didn't keep the diaper bag. I also bought too many of these, so I have some that are open. This also came with the diaper bag, and in it is spare things that I don't use right now, but if I have another baby, I'd like to keep them. There's a small Vaseline back when I use Vaseline just in case, a small baby oil, a gentle saline wipe sample, some disposable nursing pads. I think that's all that's in there, but I really like that it's a clear bag. What's in there, Charlie? Thank you. Little helper from his car seat. Also from his car seat, little protector pads, insulated bottle bags. When Dayton was really young, the top drawer that had his pajamas wasn't in one of those big square scut boxes. It was in a smaller one, and then I put a smaller one in there, and I put in a lot of his bodysuits, and I rolled them up in there. And then I found that it was hard to have some clothes in the closet, some clothes in the dresser, and going back and forth. So I found a pair of bodysuits that I packaged that I really liked, and they had snaps on the side, and they could just pull them straight down, not have to undress baby as much. So I kept those in there, and they went under pajamas and things. And other than that, all his clothes stayed in the closet, because otherwise I'd have clothes that he fit and clothes that he didn't fit, and not all sizes are the same for each brand. There were 1 or 2 items of clothing that I was like, oh shoot, you can only wear this once or twice, because I followed the rules on the logo, typical, and the sizing is slightly off. So that's why I recommend keeping all of your clothes all together. And it's hard when baby's first born. You have newborn, you have 0 to 3 months, and you have 3 months. It's kind of a big blur, and there's a lot of clothes that overlap. So keeping them all in there was, I thought would be smart to have all my bodysuits and things, but then there were a lot of clothes that got neglected over there. But I do recommend keeping whatever you're going to wear for underneath baby's pajamas in there, because having everything within reach when you're changing baby is super easy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. Really appreciate the time that you guys take to hang out with me. I hope it was helpful and insightful for you, and if there's anything you want to see or any tips or tricks you have of your own, share them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and have a great day.